There are many options for parents-to-be when it comes to choosing their birth plans. Each has a style, so finding what's best for you helps shape the experience. In this month's Parenting and Pregnancy, Chief Meteorologist Marissa Walzen gives us a look at the midwives at Women's Care.
Midwifery is a pretty comprehensive women's health care model, an approach to the reproductive health span of women.
Certified nurse midwife Madeline Katz is one of 2 midwives at Women's Care, and the list of their responsibilities is lengthy. She provides prenatal, labor and delivery, and gynecological care to patients looking for a more natural, less clinical approach.
So the midwife model mostly focuses on supporting and facilitating physiologic birth processes, as well as supporting physiologic approaches to puberty, menopause, as well as the pregnancy process.
Women's Care started the midwife services at Peace Health's Riverbend Hospital following the closure of the birth center in August. Danielle Lauk is expecting her 3rd child and expecting a similar experience this time around.
Well, I had, this is my 3rd baby, and I had my previous 2 through the birth center. And I went that route originally just because I liked the idea of a birth that had fewer interventions and a pregnancy that had fewer interventions, and where I felt like my opinions were listened to and supported.
Interventions include breaking a mother's water or starting Pitocin to trigger labor. And although these are common practices, midwives take a more hands-off approach.
In labor, midwives provide care that incorporates pain management options that could range from having a natural childbirth all the way to having an epidural. But we try to minimize interventions. So if labor is progressing normally and everything is looking very healthy and normal, then we try not to intervene with that process.
Katz says there is more of a team approach since the midwives are associated with Women's Care. Transfer of care and collaboration is much easier because there is more trust between the patients, midwives, nurses, and doctors.
That's KEZI Chief Meteorologist Marissa Walzen. Nice to see, or at least hear her voice, but we look forward to having her back soon.